I like him. We're going to start with here. There's several different ways that people grab and punch. This is not the normal way, unless you're a cop going for a gun and someone's trying to grab you and punch your face off, whatever. But we're going to start here so you guys have a better understanding of a combat street-to-ground technique, which you guys are familiar with, some of you guys, so you can help a little bit. You build that punch. I'm more concerned with the punch. Okay, my father used to do this. And I'm not going to embarrass you, bud. Go ahead. Slap. He would give you a slap just to take your brain away from this. So what we're going to do is, I want this quick though. Now in this position here, now look at me. We have what they call a wash rag shibori technique, but it's a little bit different. You're going to put your finger down, thumb down, and you're going to rotate. Watch how fast it buckles his knees. Now, can you get anywhere? Can you go up?
No, sir.
Watch everybody. Can you move?
No, sir.
On your face, please. Least defensive tactics is one of my INF techniques. Lay down. Lay down flat. I'm going to leave you. Okay. Can you get out of this? No. Can you get out of this? No. This is how you judge people what you're doing right and wrong. Can you get out of this? No. Okay. Can you get out of this? Put your feet up. Thought it didn't hurt. Feet up in the air. Cross them. Cross them. Put your hand behind your back. Now, can you get out of this? Nope.
I think all of us who've done this many times are glad to see he's got that habit.
You want to watch? So I can shoot with somebody watch. Somebody, I don't care who. One thing I don't do is I don't pick cookies. I love everybody. If I can't take a technique and show it, the one thing I never liked about seminars with camps and stuff, and you know, you'd see these guys teaching, and they always had their own cookies. And, you know, I don't know, I guess because they don't want to hurt anybody, maybe in some cases, but you've got to understand that you can't just, your uki's not going to be the guy on the street grabbing you and punch you. Make sense? So grab here, punch, do it again. In, watch me, punch. I'm coming in here. Now look at me. I'm folding this. Feel this?
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing it down to the ground. I'm now going to bring it out and not let him roll. This is, I call immobilize, neutralize, finalize. Why? Because you immobilize by blocking with a dead arm, mobilizing his movement, neutralizing it by getting into the lock from here to here, and then when you neutralize it, this is neutralizing. Now I'm going to go into the final stage of this. And I always do this. I tell my people all the time when I teach law enforcement too. I say, okay, can you feel this?
Yes, sir.
Can you try to get out?
No, sir, I will not.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your feet up in the air. Can you move now?
No, sir.
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 Good. Because what it is regulating his movement is important for not only police, for anybody. How do you regulate the movement? How do you not hurt somebody but yet put him in a position where you can hurt him? Make sense? I don't want to beat somebody up when I don't have to. It doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to have to beat people up when you don't have to. Does that make sense? It's the same thing that if he's going to choke me, and I step back, boom, boom, now where are you going to go?
Wherever you tell me.
Oh, you're not going nowhere. Why? What is this? What did I say to you guys? You okay? What's over there? Over here. Wait a minute. Okay, don't want to kid. Anyhow, what do you have that is very important? The four things that I always said, or I should say several things that I said. I'll just break it down. There's three that are important. Visualization. To know that when a guy pushes me back and cocks his hand back, he's throwing a punch. To know that he's going to tackle me, he's coming out here. To know this is the thing that saved me and made me fine-tune the techniques I'm showing you, is understanding how is this guy really going to attack me? He's not going to come up like this. Right or wrong? He's not going to come like this. Okay, I wouldn't let him get that close. You've got to look at everything he's going to do. Make sense? Everything he's going to do. Somewhere along the line, give you the message that he's attacking you with these attacks. Now, visualization becomes the most important part because what you see with your eyes, you have to be able to understand through your brain. So your brain has to figure out what the eyes are seeing, and then the brain has to somewhere say to the body, hey, let's move over here. Let's lock over here. Let's shut this guy down by doing. So the brain, the eyes, the brain, the body. Three things. You see with your eyes, you understand with your eyes. Your brain now sees through the eyes, understands what it needs to do, and it activates and tells the body what to do. Make sense? If this guy's doing a hard roundhouse punch, now did you see me do too much? But I saw that, I had enough distance to kick him. So why would I want him near me? If the case of the matter is I want to hurt him. The same thing, if he comes at me here, and I can back up and hit. End the story right there. But I have to see this. I have to see this distance and understand it enough to realize. Remember, in Jiu-Jitsu, we always got used to the grabs. The grab. Well, why would I let a guy get that close to grab me in the first place? But I'm still going to have that because I know what happens. But if I can stop a guy from doing this and running me into a wall, why wouldn't I? Does that make sense? In a lot of cases, people throw punches before they grab it. Or they'll grab and they'll throw a punch. So I always know when a guy grabs me, this is coming. And very rarely, unless if he drops down and hit me with an uppercut, go ahead, hit me. Harder. That dead arm works that way too. You feel that?
Yes, sir.
But if he goes to grab me, I come in, go. Feel that? And now I have that. Why am I going to think 5 times faster than I need to think? I can't think too far ahead. I need to think for the moment. And there's tons of stuff to think about. Does that make sense? Yes. You have to equate what you learn here, what you do. If it's 5 techniques you leave here with, and you feel like that's the techniques that you need to practice and you need to get good at, you need to be able to practice that. That's your job, not mine. Right? I practice. I always have. The thing is, no matter how old you get, even when you're out of shape to a degree. My father was never in the greatest shape in the world because he had a bad back. Right, Dennis?
Sure.
Right, Bill? You guys,
Right.
you always had a stuff. But let me tell you something, you wouldn't get near him if he didn't want you to. And if you grab him, God bless you.
I'll second that.
God bless you. Because I'll tell you, I would be Azuki quite a bit. And let me tell you, he knew it. I would do the same thing that you got. I'd grab and punch him as hard as I could. And he'd hurt me. And I'm not saying because my father was better than everybody in the world. It's just that he knew his technique. And his technique really overpowered all the power he had. He had plenty of power, don't get me wrong. My father had a Neanderthal arm. His arm went down to here. His hand was twice the size of mine like this. He had a Neanderthal. He was very unnatural. He had a forearm. I remember putting my arm with his one time. No lie, I swear to God. Elbow to elbow. His wrist started here and his hand went out to here. I'm not lying.
I need to tell the story here. I need to tell the story. He called me up one day, it was a long time ago. And he said, boy, am I hurt? I said, well, what are you hurting from? My father, who beat me up yesterday at a seminar, he hit me so hard in the back.
Yeah.
He got a dead arm strike that would,
Yeah.
and he says he really
Well,
clubbed
what it
me.
was when he got sick and he was on medication, sometimes he didn't realize he would get you bent over and all of a sudden, wham!
So he whacked him really good. So I called up, I hung the phone up from him, and I called his father. And I said, Sensei, what did you do to Michael? He said, what are you talking about? I said, well, you said you have killed him, he can hardly look. He said, what a sissy. That's just what he said.
My father was...
He says, don't listen to him.
My father was horrendous with that. No offense to ladies here, I don't mean it, but my mother, they were the old days, when I was growing up, I failed for my black belt, and my mother got through a fit, but there was a reason behind that. And a bunch of stuff that happened at the time. And my mother actually said to my father, I got on the mat, and she was really mad at him. And my father just looked up and said, Josephine, you're off the mat, I'm raising boys, not girls. Not that because he had great girls in the class, but that's exact sissies, meaning the girls that are not really, everybody was tough. You can ask, we had a lot of girls that were tough as nails, tougher than the guys. My first black belt was a girl. She was an animal. I'm telling you, I had about 7 girls that were black belts that tested with me, and you Sue Kenny, Nancy Trigiana, Sheila Rowan, they were animals. These girls were just ass kickers, excuse the expression. I'm telling you, you didn't want to go near them. I mean, but they were dedicated a lot of time and effort to what they were doing. So anyhow, let's go back into what we were. Okay, come over here. Come over here. I'm going to use you a little bit.
No, Dave has not been here for a while.
Under the bus.
Here, punch in and around. Be very careful. You all right? I'm sorry. This arm is so much longer than yours. No offense. I have a short range that way. Go. Lock in, around. Make sure that you torque this so that he feels this. Can you move from here? You don't want him to move from here. You want to know that this guy can't go anywhere, and you need to have your while it's a hand technique in place. Feel this? Lay down, please. You've done this before with me. Okay? Can you move from here? No? Now, the one thing I don't do here to here is every technique I ever showed for defensive tactics technique, which to me is just no different than what I'm teaching you guys. I don't believe that it's only for defensive tactics purposes, but I teach law enforcement for one reason, because I kneel on a pebble and you see what happens. You don't kneel. You make sure you adjust to the point where this guy can't go nowhere because his elbow's up in my gut. That's why it works so well. And every technique ends up the same. So if I'm, please, sir, let me use you. If I'm in this one, he throws a roundhouse punch, in. I come in here. And I'm in here. And I'm my feet. And I bump them. Boom. Now I'm in here. I'm back down to where I am. No matter what technique, and I have in this position. Does that make sense?
Yes.